first it will hurt you. Then it will change you. This idea isn't just about accepting that pain is a part of life. It's about understanding why pain is essential to our growth and how ultimately it can lead to transformation in ways we never expected. When we talk about the journey from pain to change, we're really talking about one of the most profound processes that exist in life. Pain can feel relentless and consuming. It's like a fire that burns us to our core. But it's precisely this fire that has the power to transform us. If we think about the process of making steel, the raw metal has to go through intense heat to become stronger and more durable. Similarly, humans often have to face intense emotional or physical struggles to become more resilient, wiser, and more self-aware. Pain forces us to dig deep, to question ourselves, and ultimately to evolve. Consider athletes striving to reach the pinnacle of their sport. To an outsider, their journey might look glamorous, filled with awards and recognition. But behind every medal, there's often a story of countless hours spent training, enduring injuries, and overcoming setbacks. When an athlete faces an injury, it's not just the physical hurt that's painful. It's the emotional toll, the doubt, and the fear of possibly never being able to return to the sport they love. Yet this pain often becomes a turning point. Through their rehabilitation, they learn patience and discipline at a level they may never have experienced before. They find a way to connect with their sport on a deeper level, rediscovering their motivation and their purpose. This injury, which once felt like an insurmountable obstacle, changes them. It strengthens their mind as much as their body and teaches them resilience that transcends sport. This idea of pain leading to transformation isn't limited to physical endeavors. Think about someone who has experienced failure in a deeply personal way. Imagine a writer who has dedicated years to completing a book, pouring their soul into each chapter, only to face rejection after rejection from publishers. The sting of these rejections can be devastating, and the writer might question whether they are even cut out for writing. But as they sit with that pain, something remarkable can happen. They might realize that the book they wrote wasn't quite the story they truly wanted to tell. Or perhaps the rejection pushes them to refine their skills, to dig deeper into their experiences, and to approach their writing with newfound honesty and authenticity. Over time, this process of facing rejection doesn't just make them a better writer, it makes them a more introspective and grounded person. They learn to appreciate the value of perseverance, and they find strength in vulnerability. This changes them, teaching them that failure is not an end, but a redirection, a way to push forward on a new, perhaps more authentic path. Even outside of individual pursuits, the concept of pain transforming us can be seen in the relationships, especially those that are meaningful and close to our hearts, often bring out both our greatest joys and our deepest pains. When we form a close bond with someone, be it a friend, a partner, or even a family member, there's a vulnerability that comes with opening up to another person. In that openness, we allow ourselves to be loved and to love in return. But when a relationship becomes strained or when it ends, the pain can feel unbearable. Losing someone we care about or going through a breakup forces us to confront emotions we may have never dealt with before, like loneliness, rejection, and perhaps even betrayal. This kind of pain is one of the most challenging to endure because it touches on our need for connection and belonging. But as the days, weeks, and months pass, the pain often transforms into something else. Slowly, we start to reflect on what we learned from that relationship, the parts of ourselves that were perhaps overlooked or neglected. We realize what we truly value in a relationship, and equally importantly, what we can't compromise on. We start to understand ourselves more deeply, our needs, our boundaries, and our capacity to love. Through this heartbreak, we emerge with a new perspective, and sometimes with a stronger sense of self-worth. The pain of losing someone we once cherished becomes a lesson in self-discovery, teaching us about who we are and who we want to become. This concept of growth through pain extends into situations where we have to confront our own mistakes. Many of us have made decisions we later regretted, or perhaps hurt people without intending to. Realizing that we've caused harm or fallen short of our own standards can lead to intense feelings of guilt and shame. In that moment, we feel deeply uncomfortable, even hurt by our own actions. But it's this very discomfort that urges us to make amends, to learn from our mistakes, and to work on becoming a better person. Facing our own shortcomings isn't easy, often involves a painful reckoning with who we are versus who we aspire to be. Yet, as we work through this process, we gain humility, empathy, and a stronger commitment to live in alignment with our values. The pain of regret and self-reflection transforms us, helping us to become kinder, more thoughtful, and more self-aware individuals. Pain's transformative power can also be seen in situations of illness or personal hardship. For someone who faces a serious health condition, the experience can feel like a complete upheaval of their life. They may feel anger, fear, and sadness, grappling with the limitations that illness imposes on them. But as they navigate the challenges of managing their health, they often gain a deeper appreciation for life's small moments. They learn to cherish their time and energy, focusing on what truly matters to them. For many, illness becomes a journey of awakening, a time when they come to understand the strength of their spirit, the love and support of those around them, and the beauty of simply being alive. This painful experience reshapes their priorities and brings clarity to what they want to make of their time on this earth. The pain of illness becomes a teacher, guiding them to a life filled with more gratitude, presence, and purpose. This same process of pain leading to growth and transformation is present on a broader societal scale as well. When communities or entire nations face collective suffering, whether through economic crises, natural disasters, or social injustice, the initial pain can feel overwhelming. People may experience loss, despair, and a sense of hopelessness. However, these moments of collective hardship often become the catalyst for profound change. During difficult times, communities tend to come together, building solidarity and a shared purpose. They begin to address issues that might have been ignored or overlooked before. Out of the pain of injustice, for example, can arise powerful movements for social change, driven by a vision of a more equitable and compassionate society. Communities become stronger and more resilient, and individuals within them often find new courage to advocate for what they believe in. The pain that once divided or weakened them ends up uniting them, fostering a renewed sense of purpose and shared humanity. We can also see this journey from pain to transformation in the creative process. Many artists, writers, and musicians create their most powerful work from a place of deep emotion, often drawing on their personal pain. A musician who has gone through heartbreak might pour that feeling into a song, creating something that resonates with listeners who feel the same way. A painter who struggles with depression might channel their emotions onto a canvas, creating a piece that others find moving and meaningful. Through expressing their pain, they find healing, and in turn, their art becomes a source of connection and inspiration for others. In this way, the hurt they once felt doesn't just change them, it reaches out and impacts the world, becoming a source of comfort and understanding for others who might be struggling. In all these examples, there's a common thread. Pain forces us to confront truths we might otherwise avoid. It pushes us to grow in ways we might not have chosen for ourselves. Pain often strips away our illusions and makes us face reality, showing us our strengths and vulnerabilities alike. Through this process, we gain resilience, wisdom, and empathy. We become better equipped to face future challenges because we've been tempered by hardship. We learn that we are capable of surviving difficult times, and this knowledge stays with us, giving us the confidence to face whatever comes next. So when we say first it will hurt you, then it will change you, we're acknowledging a universal truth that pain, as difficult as it is to endure, has the power to bring about profound transformation. It's not easy to see this when we're in the midst of suffering. In fact, it can feel impossible. But often with time and reflection, we come to realize that the very experiences that once brought us to our knees have also made us stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. Pain, in its own way, is a guide. It shows us where we need to heal, where we need to grow, and where we need to change. And as we allow ourselves to move through it, we emerge transformed with a deeper understanding of ourselves and a greater appreciation for life. In the end, it's not just about surviving pain, but allowing it to shape us into better versions of ourselves. This journey from hurt to change is one of life's most difficult but most rewarding experiences, giving us the resilience and compassion that ultimately define us.